Welcome back to TGIF. Thank God it's forever, where Jesus most definitely comes first. This once again is Chaplain Andrew teaching you the unchangeable Word of God. Listen with this theme song and you'll know.
It's me. Hey guys, welcome back again to this week's episode of TGIFs. Not only it's just TGIF, not just another episode. It is officially Worship Tuesdays. And it's not just Worship Tuesdays. It's not just another show. It is a phenomenon. Do. Phenomenon. Do. Phenomenon. Do. Phenomenon. Worship Tuesdays is a phenomenon here on TGIF, where Jesus does most definitely come first. It's got to come first. Why? Because it's Jesus. And Jesus in my life should in your life most definitely come first. So how are you all doing this week? Okay, I have a little confession to make today. I know they're going, oh my, and Chaplain Andrew has a confession to make? Yes. I fixed my microphone problems. So you know how a couple of weeks ago I was trying to get Steve Ragona on the show and I couldn't figure out what was going on? Well, here is what happened. What happened was there is a feature on my interface. So when I put my phone into my interface and I hook it up to my USB on my Chromebook here, what happens is that there's a little dial on the end, and I'm not sure what that dial says. Let me check it out. It says plus and negative 80 dB negative and plus 10 dB, and it says main on there. So whatever that is, I'm not sure, but I just know one thing's for sure. I can hear myself talking. So with that being said, for some reason, that knob had to be turned over to the negative side, because when it was on the positive side, all my guests would hear me as in the distance. So I ended up fixing that today, and that's one of the reasons why I was a little bit on the later side. Not because I was waiting for somebody or waiting for anything. It's just I happened to fix my problem here. And it's truly an amazing idea. So now I got to get a few adapters to plug into the main headphone jack with a splitter. So, I mean, it's not too god-awful right now that I'm using the main out, not the headphone out. The main out has left and right. So Steve's going in my left channel, and then it's coming out to my headphone jack, but it's going into this speaker as well too. So with that being said, everything sounds like it's going to be working just great today. So if we do have any callers coming to call in today, it will be just beautiful. So let's do this. Let's go and give a few brief announcements while I send out the links to the show, shall we? Oh, I got some fresh iced tea with my new Hamilton Beach coffee pot that I have. It's a 1-cup make, and it's also a pot maker. So you can make a pot and you can make all kinds of stuff. So let's just send some. Let's do some sending here, some link sends, and see who else I can send to. Yeah, let's do Joe. While we are here, let's get into a few brief announcements. Number 1, go to communitycloud222@gmail.com. That's spelled COMMUNITYCLOUD222@gmail.com. What can you do there? Well, first off, you can send you can send me your prayer requests. Even if you just want me to shout out to you on the podcast, send me your first name, your city, and your state, and I'll shout out to you on TGIF, for Jesus does most definitely come first. Also, one thing I want to mention, Here at TGIF, you can call me at 1-302-448-8443. Again, that's 1-302-448-TGIF. And that is, again, where Jesus does most definitely and will always come first. Why does Jesus come first in my life? Not just because he's Jesus. I mean, that's good. It's good that he's Jesus, and Jesus, just because he is, should come first in anybody's life. But why should Jesus come first in yours, mine, and everyone else's life? Tell me why Jesus should come first. Because think of all the things that God or Jesus has done for you on a regular, everyday basis. Think of everything that Jesus has done for you. So why should Jesus come first? Now, for everybody else, it's different. For everyone, it's different. Just because, see, Jesus comes first in my life because, number one, he died for me. He saved me from sin. That should be everyone's first. But Jesus comes first in my life because, number one, this Thursday I'm going for a hearing evaluation. I do have some hard of hearing, and this is actually a miracle. I'm going to give this out on the show. This is an actual miracle, and what happened when I was a kid is when I was born, I was born completely deaf. My nerves in my ears were shot. I had no nerves. I had no way of hearing. Now my left ear is strong, my right ear is weak. But when I was a kid, my left ear had some in there, had some hearing, and my right ear had some hearing, but my left ear was shot entirely. So with that being said, what had happened was God had saved me from not being able to hear. Therefore, now I can hear. So that's not the main reason, but one of the reasons why Jesus comes first in my life. Because Jesus did so much for me to begin with, Jesus should always come first in everyone's life, no matter what. But I want you guys, I'm going to leave the phone lines open, and yes, I know, not a lot of people actually call. Pretty much nobody actually calls in, but I'll leave the phone lines open at 1-302-448-8443. Again, it's 1-302-448-TGIF. I'll leave those phone lines open. You can call me at any time and let me know why Jesus comes first in your life. What did Jesus do for you is the question. Not what did he do for other people. What did Jesus do for you? And let me know. Let me know why Jesus comes first in your life and what he did for you. With that being said, let's go and say that you can call me again at 1-302-448-8443. Again, that's 1-302-448-TGIF, where Jesus, because of those reasons I gave you, does most definitely come first. I want you to keep in your mind and in your prayers, because we are doing it today, and today is the day. It's not just a phenomenon. It's not just another day. It's not just another episode. Today is officially Worship Tuesdays. And it's not just Worship Tuesdays. It's not just some whatever day. It is a phenomenon. 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 So Worship Tuesdays is a phenomenon. It's going to be even bigger than what you think. Worship Tuesdays is going to be humongous. Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to be some big old guy who's going to be, 1 million listeners, and everyone's going to just, be so sad when Worship Tuesday can't happen because I'm, not feeling good or I just can't do it, whatever. No, it's not going to be like that. I'm not the type of person who will, how do I say this? I'm not the type of person who puts things that he does first. Let me say that again. I'm not the type of person who puts things first. I always put God into everything first. God is my everything. Now, with that being said, yes, I do other things. I do a podcast every Monday and Tuesday. You know, I listen to the music. I watch TV sometimes. I watch YouTube videos. I go online and I play games with other people. So I do some stuff. So I'm not going to say that I do nothing but Jesus and Jesus only. No, I do other stuff too. I do some other things. But in everything that I do, I put Jesus first. Always, 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 always I put Jesus first. In every situation. Always. I'm going to do something, and I just did, that I'm going to probably regret, but this will make it a fun show. So go ahead, guys, and start. Let me put out a little quick message, but we are going to be doing Worship Tuesdays today. And again, it is not just another day. It's not just another episode. It's a phenomenon. Do-do-do-do-do. Phenomenon. Do-do-do-do. Phenomenon. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Phenomenon. With that being said, let's get into a couple more brief announcements. The next announcement I want to say is keep in your mind and in your prayers. Worship Tuesdays is going to be happening soon. Not Worship Tuesdays. I am so sorry. The rumble where we'll be shaking the heavens, rattling the earth, and rumbling against the principalities of darkness and evil. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, back in the day, when boxers used to box, when they were boxing, they were fighting. And back in the 30s and stuff, they didn't call it a boxing match. They didn't call it a fight. They called it a rumble. And as the old rumble announcers used to always do, they would go, bing, 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 are you ready to rumble? So it was technically a rumble. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to take one day out of the week and we're going to do nothing but pray. That's all we're going to do. We're going to pray, pray, pray. So with that being said, we're going to take one day out of the week. Hold on just for a second. We're going to take one day out of the week, and we're going to do nothing but pray. But we're going to pray at midnight. Now, why at midnight, you ask? Because all the evil comes out at midnight. Darkness loves darkness. And what that means is darkness comes out at midnight because darkness likes darkness. And here's the thing. So what we're going to be doing on the Rumble is we're going to be praying. We're going to be fighting. And we're going to be fighting. The Bible says that. Hold on just for a second. My microphone's having some issues. My way of getting anybody to call in is having issues. Hold on just for a second. So, as I'm working on this, we'll talk. So evil loves, or darkness likes darkness. Okay? So here's what happens. When you go and pray, okay, what are you doing as you are praying? You're displaying the light of Christ, right? So you're displaying God's love. And when there's light, darkness hides from the light. Here's an example of a great example. You take and you go into a dark room. Plug a nightlight into the wall and turn it on.